Good morning, fourth graders. How are you doing? How was your hump day? Mine was okay. I'm a little bit tired because I took Mishka to Carretas Park and she went crazy because she saw another German Shepherd. Out of control, but today is Thursday. It's the end of a week when it comes to English subjects. Tomorrow you have social emotional. But today we have our usual reading practice. As I said beforehand, today is June the 4th, 2020, and we're going to be reading a very interesting book that I happened to read a long time ago, and it's called Be Kind. We're going to be working on reading comprehension. Obviously, I'm going to stop or segment the video in different parts so that we have the time to double check vocabulary and consult further doubts you might happen to have about the text. Okay, that being said, let's get started. What are values? Well, before I proceed, what do you think the meaning of values is? Alexa, values. Does it have to do with education? John Michael? Does it have to do with morale? Maho? Do you think that it has to do with family and the things that your mom and dad teach you? Well, yes. It has a lot to do with all the things that I mentioned beforehand. Good manners, for instance, is like how educated you are with somebody else. Good manners. Like anytime you enter a room, you are supposed to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Regardless of you knowing the person or not, you need to have good manners. You need to have good education. Values also being a friend. When we talk about friendship, remember last week in the reading section, we saw the definition kids gave about being a friend. And friendship has to do with loyalty, with being loyal, okay? That entails having values. Be a good listener. Sometimes when a friend of yours happens to have problems, you don't need to come up with solutions. You just need to help, stretch an ear, and be there and just listen to him or her. Sometimes you just need somebody to listen to what you have to say. Help others. Obviously, you have to cooperate with one another. If you see somebody coming into the classroom and this person cannot open the door, you stand up and you offer some help. In case of being in school, you have to raise your hand. Sometimes you go crazy and you want to speak everyone at the same time. And that is considered to be disrespectful. Values also entail showing respect for one another. Likewise, taking turns. If David is talking with his Kutrapali intentions, obviously we need to respect, and when he's done talking, then it's my turn. As I said at the beginning, you have to say please, thank you, good morning, good afternoon, see you later, even though you don't like the person. It's not being hypocrite. It's not having two faces. No. It's having values that entail respect and education. But today's value is going to be the one on kindness. Be kind. But what does it mean? Because sometimes we use expression, oh, that's so kind of you. Oh, that's very kind of you to say. But what does it mean for real? So let's see the kids' definition as we did last week. Okay, what does being kind mean in kids' words? Spinner.
Kindness is respecting
is respecting others. We talked about the value of respect.
And helping someone even though they don't ask you to.
Exactly. And help somebody even if this person doesn't ask you to help him or her. Okay?
Helping someone that is either hurt or needs help with work.
Okay, helping somebody who is either hurt or needs help with work. Okay? But it must be voluntary.
Like when someone wants to take one of my things.
When somebody wants to take one of my things, remember what always happened in the school, that you get your things lost with no reason. You're stationary.
Borrow it and they respect it without breaking it.
When somebody borrows something from you, they take it away from you, but they need to have the commitment of giving it back without breaking it.
Then that means kindness to me. Kindness is being a good person to others.
Being a good person and passing to others. So in general, we saw the values that were entailed in the first part. Everything is included on being kind, having good manners, being a good friend, being a good listener, helping others, raising your hand whenever you want to participate, taking turns when it comes to school activities or participation. Say please and say thank you. That's very important. And of course, that all in all, as a conclusion drawing, it's being kind. Now let's take a look at this beautiful story. This is reading practice storytelling time. Pay attention because we're going to work out vocabulary and we're going to do homework based on this video watching, okay?
Hi everyone! Welcome to the Storytime family. How are you today? Have you been reading lots? I hope you have. Well, today we have a very special book called Be Kind
Be kind.
by Pat Zitlow Miller. What does being kind mean to you? Does being kind mean helping someone out when they need it? Or being kind can be being generous to your brother or your sister? Share.
Pay attention to the exemplification because at the end you have homework which is entirely related to the contents of this out loud book reading, okay? They are given, well, the author is given several examples on being kind. I need you to pay attention, to jot down, that is to say to write down, all the analogies, all the example the author is providing us with, because at the end you would be requested to show some of them as part of your assignment.
Caring for them, and just by being gentle and also being considerate. Well, let's find out what being kind means in this book and in this story. Be kind. Tanisha spilled grape juice yesterday. All over her new dress. Everyone laughed. I almost did too. But Mom always tells me to be kind. So
the rest of the people were laughing at her humiliation, as John Michael would say. Unfortunately, she was drinking some grape juice and she spilled it all over her dress. Obviously, she was the target of general mockery, but there was somebody who was different from the rest, and she showed what we call kindness. Why? Because her mom always tells her to be kind, so she tried hard.
I try. I don't think it worked, I said. Purple is my favorite color. I thought Tanisha would smile, but she ran into the hallway instead. When she came back, snack time was over. She put on her art smock and didn't look at anyone.
Okay, what did she do to try to help her? Eva, hello, good morning. What did she do to try to help to ease the moment? Because it's kind of humiliating. Imagine that we are in the middle of the recess. Okay, you're jumping and running and playing this poisoning game that you happen to have, which is dodgeball, right? And then you happen to have an accident. You spill, I don't know, lechita. Remember the one that I always get? And I try bit to pay attention to me and sell it, the one on Hershey's. Imagine that I spill my lechita, my chocolate milk, all over my suit, all over my jacket, all over my whatever I'm wearing that day. And then Carla approaches me and she says, well, brown is my favorite color. At the beginning, I might take it as part of the mockery because I'm sensitive. Sensitive is like when you feel emotional because of the general reaction of people around you. Okay?
I almost told Tanisha that art was my favorite class, but I didn't want her to leave again. So I painted purple splotches and added some green until I had a bunch of beautiful violets. While I painted, I thought about Tanisha. Should I have handed her my napkin? Let her borrow my sweatshirt? Spilled my juice so everyone stared at me instead?
So what would you do in that situation, David? She wonders, okay, because she wants to sympathize. She wants to have empathy with this little girl named Tanisha, okay? She says, should I have handed my napkin? Do you know what napkin is, David? Napkin is a piece of cloth that you use to cover your lap or clean your mouth when you're eating, okay? Another option, David, let her borrow my sweatshirt, okay? And last one, spilled my juice so everyone stared at me instead. I don't think that's a solution, all right? But well, let's see what the continuation of the story is.
What does it mean to be kind, anyway? What does it mean to be kind to you? Or what does it mean for someone to be kind to you? Maybe it's giving, making cookies for Mr. Rinaldi who lives alone.
For example, you were very kind to me. Remember the centenarian turned 140 years old on May the 7th. And I told you beforehand, it was on May the 6th and we were having our spelling review, and I told you the following day was my birthday. It was very kind of you to have written messages in the section of comments below the video that day. And this is something that I appreciate, given taking the time to write those messages for me was an action of kindness, and this is something that I truly appreciate and most people appreciate. So this is an example. Pay attention to the examples for the homework. Making cookies for Mr. Rinaldi who lives alone. In my case, helping Mami Tere, right? Remember, Mami Tere is my companion in terms of being a centenarian. Well, she's younger than me. But I help her take out the trash. When it's time for us to take out the trash, I lend her a helping hand. She cannot do it alone, right?
Someone with smaller feet have my too tight shoes. He might be racist in them too. Maybe it's helping, putting dirty dishes in the sink.
Okay. Maybe it's the action of helping others. Remember the values that we studied at the beginning. Putting dirty dishes in the sink. Okay? Or, as it says here, cleaning up after Otis, our class guinea pig, which is a messy eater. We have several actions and we have several examples. Please pay attention to them and see you on the second part of this video to explain what the homework is about. Stay tuned. Miss you.